my name's Alasdair Cunningham. Thank you for tuning into this week's show. If you have not already, make sure you get subscribed. Hit the subscribe button below. Do it now. That way you'll never miss an upload. Up the top, right hand side, you've got the notification bell. Make sure you bang that. You'll also never miss an upload that way, and you'll be notified as soon as I upload the next video. As I said, my name's Alasdair Cunningham. I'm a property investor, property entrepreneur from the UK, and I have packaged and sold and done over 190 deals in the last 2 years in property in the UK. Many of them deals have been about the strategy that I'm going to talk about today. My absolute favourite strategy. Now that strategy, I call it the property ATM, because if you do it right, you can withdraw cash from it much like an ATM machine. And it is an amazing strategy which will allow you to grow your portfolio quicker than I believe any other strategy on the market. And it will allow you to use the same pot of money. This strategy is called Buy, Refurbish, Refinance. Now the strategy is basically you're going to buy a property, you're going to negotiate like hard, and you're going to get that property bought for the lowest possible price you can. You're then going to add value to it by refurbishing it, bringing it up to its true market value. You're then going to either sell it or refinance it. My preferred method is refinancing, because then I get the rental income. But I do know people that do the buy, refurbish and sell. But this is buy, refurbish, refinance. So we're going to talk about the refinancing aspect of it. Really, really good, great strategy. You do this right, you can make a lot of money. Do it wrong and you can lose a lot of money. So I'm going to talk to you today about how I go about analysing these deals. 3 things you're going to need to know. First, you're going to need to know A, what is the purchase price? You're going to have to be able to find great deals. Deals that you can negotiate below market value so that there's cushion, there's profit margin to be made. Now typically, you're not going to find these deals that are immaculate condition, need no work doing, and they're just going to give you a discount. It's not going to happen, okay? You need to look for deals that need lots of work doing, that are run down, that are drug infested, needles on the floor, like just hellholes. These are the deals that you stand to make the most money on, because the majority of people will look at them and say, no, it needs too much work, I'm going to walk away. But you, me, as an educated, successful investor, will see them and think, yeah, rub my hands together. That's some money to be made. That's why I love these sort of deals. That's why I love this strategy. These deals are everywhere. So firstly, A, you're going to need to know purchase price, negotiate like crazy, get that price as low as you can go. B, you need to know how much the costs are. All of the costs, whether it's legal fees, solicitors fees, finance fees, lending fees, broker fees, refurbishment costs, consultancy fees, whatever money you've had to put into this deal to get it to a point where the banks have refinanced it, you need to have a spreadsheet for that. Now I've got a spreadsheet that's got 8 pages that I use purely for buy refurbishment deals and working out the numbers, and it's got every single pound is accounted for. You need to be able to work out all of your costs. Now things like, people will probably thinking, yeah, but how do I know how much the refurb is going to be? Well, the easiest way to do that is to get a builder to come out and quote for it. Now, the builder will generally give you a quote, and my experience tells me that builders, the quotes are fairly accurate, but sometimes they do go a little bit over. So I always add 10% contingency. So that's how you find out how much the refurb's going to cost. When you've done a few of these, you'll be able to work out refurb costs pretty accurately yourself, because you know what needs to be done. My preferred method is to start again. It's far more cost effective to rip the whole thing out and start again than it is to try and make good. Now that comes with experience. I'm fortunate that I've been around the building trade since I was like 5 years old. My dad owns a building company, and I've been around my dad's properties all my life. So I know what things cost. C is essentially A plus B. So purchase costs plus refurb costs plus legal costs. Now, D is done up value. Done up value is what you know the market value of that property is going to be. Now, I always knock probably £5,000 to £10,000 off of that in case the property gets undervalued. So with regards to refurb, I always add 10%, but with regards to property valuation, I always drop £5,000 to £10,000 off, depending on where the area is and depending on what I feel the market's doing. So I'm being super conservative on both counts, okay? The formula is this. It's that D which is done up value, times 0.75, because 0.75 stands for 75% loan to value, should be greater than or equal to C, which is your total costs. Now, if you can find a property, let's say a property is £100,000 done up. So you know D is £100,000. Times 0.75 will give you 75% of £100,000, which is £75,000. I know if I can go and find a property in this street that I can buy and do all of the work for less than £75,000, I know I can pull all of my original investment back out of that property. Now let's just say I can, same property, done up value £100,000, the bank will loan £75,000 against the done up value. Let's just say that my total costs come in at £80,000. Well, in this case, I would leave about £5,000 of my money in that property. Now, if you're happy with that, great. I've got properties that I've left money in, but not much more than £3,000 or £4,000. And I've got properties where I've actually pulled all of my money out and some. So it's a judgment call you have to make, what you're happy with as an investor. But remember, you've got to be happy with it as an investor. It's your money at the end of the day, okay? Make sure you do thorough due diligence. You know your numbers. You know the done up value. You've got a good build team. You've got a good letting agent. And you've got a good power team in the area. You get all of them right and you stand to make an awful lot of money. Okay, so here we have a typical buy, refurbish, refinance deal that we are purchasing in Anfield in Liverpool. Now this deal we bought from auction. I bought it from auction towards the end of 2019. Now it's part of a probate sale, so it's taken a little bit longer to complete, but it should be completing in the next couple of days. Now, the purchase price was £43,000 at auction, and then the auction charges, because obviously you pay auction fees when you're at auction, they were £6,220. So our total purchase costs for purchase price and auction fees was £49,220. So A is 49,220. B is our legal fees, all our costs, and our refurbishment costs. So the refurbishment was coming in at £22,400. We're going to add 10% to that because that's what we do to be conservative. So let's just say the refurb is going to be about £2,500 extra, £25,000. Plus the legal fees on this deal was £650. So we're going to say the B is £26,000. It's a little bit more conservative. It's not the exact number, but it's there or thereabouts. Now C is going to give us our total costs. So that's £49,220 plus £26,000 gives us a total of £75,220. Now D, which is the done up value, is we know that the property on the street will value up to about between £100,000 and £110,000. Now we know this because about a year ago we purchased a property on the street for an investor, an overseas investor. And they've had the property converted into 3-bedroom HMO with en-suites, and it was revalued at £110,000. The exact same property. This is basically, it's about 12 doors away, exact same property, exact same layout, same builder, same quality of finish. So we know we're going to get a value of between £100,000 and £110,000. But let's use £100,000 as the done up value. Now, so we're going to do the formula, which is D, done up value, so £100,000, times 0.75, because that's the loan to value, that gives us £75,000. So the bank will give us back £75,000 as a mortgage against the property. We will leave £25,000 equity in the property, but we'll have £75,000 cash in our bank to recoup our costs. So in this case, £75,000 returned to us, our total cost is £75,220. That means the costs are £220 higher than what we're going to get back. Therefore, we're going to leave a couple of £100 in the deal. Now, that's amazing because the build cost has got 10% on it. We've also downvalued the property by £10,000. So typically, I'm very confident we're actually going to withdraw money from this property. We're not going to leave any money in it at all. Now, the property that we bought for an investor was about 12 doors away. That property rents out for £1,500 a month. because he gets between 550 and 650 per room in this area, because they're all 3 large double bedrooms and they're all en suites. He gets really good rent for them, so we know we're going to be getting about £1,500 rental income from it, because we've got a property in the same street that's achieving that at the minute. This is not made up figures, this is factual figures that we can back up, so we're going to go with that. So for us, this is going to be a no money left in deal. It wasn't no money down because we had to pay for it in cash, but it's a no money left in, and it's going to be achieving about £1,500 per month. Take away costs will be about 35%, 40%. So we should be clearing about £800 per month profit on that property, subject to it being fully tenanted. Now the property we've got down the road, that's been fully tenanted since it was done, and he's not had any voids so far. It's been up and running for 6 months. So it's a great little deal. Okay, so there's the front of the house. Really, really good house. Oh, and there's the kitchen. Look at that bad boy. Now, you can see it's a little bit of damp, a little bit of bad work. It really needs, basically this house needs going back to basics. Let's start again, rip it out, start again. Once you get rid of all the kitchen, get rid of all the damp, get rid of all the broken plaster, start again, it's actually a really good little house. Bathroom, again, not great condition, run down, tired, but once you get rid of all of that, all you've got is a basic room that needs repair. Now let's look at the next one. Yep, bedroom, same. This just needs sorting out, tidying up. Back to brick, get plastered, good decoration, new flooring. See how the property is really run down. Look at the floor, really tired, really old, really dated. You can see at the top left, at the top of the screen, you've got a little bit of sort of mold residue coming through. So yeah, really good. Look at the flooring, you can tell it's not been decorated in some time. It's disgusting, really. Gas fire in the front, old green, brown carpet, whatever. Not very nice. Yeah. So as you can see, this is a very tired and run down property. It needs full refurb, top to bottom, no question. And we're going to be doing that. And like I say, we've been quoted between about £22,000 to do it. I've got a builder that does all of my work for me, and he's very good, he's very quick, and he's got a team of people, and they're very confident they'll get this done within budget. But I've allowed an extra 10% on top just in case. This is an amazing strategy. I love it. I hope you found that useful. If you have, drop a comment below. Make sure you get subscribed by clicking below. Make sure you bang that notification bell, top right hand side. Make sure you never miss an upload. Guys, I hope you found that useful. Peace out, much love. Catch you next week.